Hello students, in this video we are going to study the one more solution to the critical section problem, that is a hardware solution. So in last video we have studied the Peterson solution, that is the software based solution to the critical section problem. So similarly here, what is the hardware solution or the synchronization hardware also we may call it. So hardware solution to the critical section. So in modern computer systems, it provides certain special hardware instructions that allows us either to test and modify some contents of a words, or to swap the contents of the words atomically. So what is atomically here? So atomically is nothing but an instruction cannot be interrupted in the middle. Okay. So in modern computer system, it provides certain special hardware instructions. Those instructions are going to allow us either to test and set. So set is nothing but we can modify the things atomically. So atomically is nothing but we cannot interrupt in middle. Okay. So now here we are going to study the two types of hardware instructions, that is test and set is one instruction, and similarly second instruction is a swap instruction. So let us see here the test and set instruction. Okay. So as the name itself indicates, here we are going to test first and later we are going to set the certain values. Okay. So now some operating systems offers a lock function. Okay, one more thing is test and set is going to set the lock values. Okay, or we may call it as it is going to lock is nothing but a variable. So some operating system offers a lock function where a process is going to acquire a lock, and whenever the certain processes are going to execute by using this test and set instruction, they are going to acquire the first lock function or the lock value before entering to the critical section. So after exiting or after completing the critical section, it is going to release that lock variable. Clear? So first of all, whenever it is going to enter into the critical section, it has to acquire the lock value, and after finishing its critical section execution, it has to release that lock variable value. Clear? So now, so as I told, the test and set are going to be test the certain variable. So that variable is nothing but the lock variable. So what are the values we are going to use here? That is 0 and 1. So when lock is 1, that is the variable value is 1, in that case the critical section is locked, and unlock when the lock variable value is 0, we may say it as a unlock. So lock is equals to 1. 1 means the critical section is occupied and a process is present inside it. Clear? So lock value is, if the lock value is 1, some process is executing in the critical section. Clear? So when the lock value is 0, no other process is working in the critical section, you can say, means the critical section is fully free. Okay. So now one more thing. So as you can see here, on left side, whatever we can see here in a block, left block, you may call this is a definition of test and set instruction, and in right side this is the critical section structure, in that how the test and set instruction is going to be worked. Okay. So now, so on left side we have written here the boolean test and set. Okay. So boolean test and set is nothing but a function name here. Okay. So in that we have written a boolean ampersand target. So in that we have written a boolean RV is equals to target, and target is equals to true, and return is equals to RV. Okay, so what do you mean by this, or how it is going to be worked here? So as I told, so whenever the process want to enters in the critical section, it has to test the value. Okay, the here on right block, it has first execution will start from the right side here. So where we have declared the lock is equals to false, means lock is equals to 0 now. So what do you mean by lock is a 0? The critical section is free. So we have already initialized the lock variable as a false, because in the beginning no other process is executing in the critical section. Clear? So when the process Pi or the process P1 wants to execute the critical section, so in that that code we have already discussed the critical section problem. So I hope you remember that structure. Okay, so now, so whenever while loop test and set lock, okay, so in that case we are not going to do anything. Okay, so when the control will come to the while loop, so it is asking for the lock value. Okay, so what is the initial value of a lock here? A 0, that is false. So test and set function will be going to be called. So in that, boolean ampersand target is nothing but we are passing the value of a lock to a target, that is 0. So boolean RV is equals to target. So RV is nothing but it is going to RV is nothing but it returns the previous value or the old value of a lock variable. So what is the previous value? It is a 0. Target is nothing but a RV, that is it is going to return the lock value is now what it will be now 0. So now I am setting here the lock value as a true, that is target is nothing but here the lock, remember target is nothing but here lock. So now lock is equals to true. So now lock has become now 1 and we are going to return the RV. So what is the value of a RV? It is 0. Initially we have passed the value of a lock as a false to this boolean ampersand target. So that we have assigned the value to the variable RV. So now we are going to return the old value of a lock variable, that is 0. So now 0 will come to this while loop. So as I told, so if lock value is 0, the critical section is a free. Okay, so now we are going to do nothing. So now directly it enters into the critical section. So when lock value is 0, it enters to the critical section. Okay, so after finishing its critical section, we have to set the value of a lock as a false. Okay, why? Because already we have finished the execution. Okay, so now hence lock value will become now false and remaining section, that is remainder section, will be going to be executed. So if, for example, if process P1 wants to get into the critical section, so we have to we have to test and set the instruction. First it is going to test the value of a lock. If lock is a 0, then we have to set it to true. Okay, so why true? That is target is equals to true, and it is going to return the value to the while loop. Okay, and sets the lock value to a 1. So because the process P1 is in a critical section it remains true. So now the process Pi is going to enter into the critical section and it is going to execute. So if any other process wants to enter into the critical section after finishing the P1 process only, it is allowed to execute the critical section. So if another process Pj arises at the same time, it is going to execute the again test and set instruction. Since now the lock value is 1, so lock value is 1 means what? The critical section is occupied by the some other process. That process is nothing but here Phi. So it returns lock value as a true to the while loop. So when while loop is a whenever the here lock value is 1, it remains in the while loop. So whenever the lock value is 0, it is going to be come out from that lock value and it is going to enter into the critical section. So the while loop keeps the process Pj busy until lock value becomes 0. So whenever the lock value becomes 0, then the Pj process is going to be enter into the critical section. So one more thing in the test and set is, what are the disadvantages of test and set instruction here? So it does not guarantee the bounded waiting and it is a busy waiting. So if one process is busy in executing the critical section, the other processes need to be awaited here. Okay. So now the second instruction is a swap instruction. So as we know, the swap is nothing but we are going to exchange the values of two variables. Okay. So swap is an instruction, again it is going to atomically it exchanges or it swaps the contents of two words here. So it is another type of hardware process synchronization. The swap operates on the contents of two words. So how the swapping is going to be done here? One more thing is, it does again complete swap atomically. So atomically is nothing but without interruption or without interruption by any other process. So now the value of lock value of the two variables are going to be exchanged by using the pass by reference mechanism. So here this is the swap instruction. So in left side we can see here, this is the definition of a swap function. On right side, the same how the swap instruction is going to be executed in the critical section problem. So we have used here the two variables, that is key and that is lock and key. So now lock and key are going to be exchanged in the swap instruction. So the value of lock and key are going to be swapped by using the pass by reference mechanism. Okay. So now the initially we are going to once again we are going to set the lock value as a false, and each process is going to be has a local boolean variable called key. So now, so as you know, the swapping of two numbers, so same thing but by using a pointers, or you may call it as a pass by reference. So it is a easy one. So swap is nothing but a function name, and here we have taken here the two variables, so pointer variables a and b, but it is of type boolean data type, because we are either it sets 0 or either it's going to be set 1, that is lock value should be 0 or 1. So temporarily we are going to assign the address of a to the temporary variable, and similarly we are going to set the b address to the a and similarly b to the temp. So now, so initially the lock value is what? False. So while a global variable lock is initialized to false, and each process is having the local boolean variable key. So the value of lock and key are going to be swapped to solve the critical section problem. So now if lock is false or if lock is 0, then a process can enter the critical section, otherwise it is not going to enter to the critical section. Okay. So the same thing in do, after that key is equals to true. So key is now 1. So while if key is true, now we have to swap this lock and key. So whenever we are calling the swap function, it will come to the definition of a swap. So where we are going to exchange the values of lock and key. So now it is going to be enter the critical section. So once it executes the critical section, once again it is going to set the lock value as a false, and remainder section is going to be executed. So this is how the test and set and the swap functions are going to be worked in the to solve the critical section problem. Thank you.